Season 6 has finally begun, and as usual with the addition of a brand new season, there are a whole bunch of brand new Easter eggs and secrets littered across the map for us to find. Whether it be a bunch of spooky teddy bears hidden underneath the map, or a reference to the cautionary fairy tale of the Three Little Pigs, Epic Games have been hard at work filling the map with strange secrets for us to find. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 Season 6 Fortnite Easter eggs you didn't know existed. If you enjoyed today's video, then don't forget to give it a like, and to subscribe and click the bell button for even more gaming content in the future.
Number 5. Teddy Mirror.
Teddy bears have been on the Fortnite map for a pretty long time now. They show up in all sorts of unexpected places, and when we first spotted them, we thought that they might have some greater purpose in the world of Fortnite. When you hit them, they disappear in a puff of purple smoke, and while we didn't know it at the time, they may have been heralding the future of Fortnite. You know, considering that all the darkness in the current season is filled with purple evilness. But now the teddy bears have shown up in a brand new location. It's all pretty creepy. If you didn't know already, there are now a bunch of brand new underground locations in Wailing Woods. Like, there's finally a reason to go there now because all the bunkers are really cool. In one of the underground rooms in Wailing Woods, there's a teddy bear sitting on a stool. It sounds normal. Well, the stool is on the ceiling and he's looking into the corner. Not so normal anymore. In another room, there is a bear on a tiny little chair facing a different corner, which is somehow equally creepy. The second most creepy one is a bigger bear peering out from a broken wall behind a spider's web. Like, imagine going into the room for the first time and then just seeing that. But by far, the creepiest of all the teddy bears that have been found in the new Wailing Woods areas is the bear looking straight at a mirror. Maybe he's trying to find the secrets of his evil reflection, considering that's what the season is meant to be about. I mean, the real question here is who put those teddy bears everywhere in the first place? It's super creepy.
Number 4. Clock on Skin. Accurate.
Skins have changed a lot since the beginning of Fortnite. They used to be pretty lame when you think about it. I mean, sure, stuff like the Black Knight and Skull Trooper are considered cool, but they're nothing compared to the transformative and epic skins that we have now. It's a long way to come in such a short time, but even then, some skins may manage to fly under the radar even though they have some really cool elements. The Oktoberfest packs are some of the recent skins that are probably a bit underappreciated at the moment. Created in celebration of Oktoberfest, a German folk festival that runs from mid-September to early October, the Ludwig skin has a pretty awesome backbling. The backbling is called Clockworks and is basically an ornate cuckoo clock, though of course the bird has been replaced by Fortnite's llama mascot. Of course, this clock goes much further than just being a cool ornate skin though, because the clock actually tells the time. I'm sure tons of people have been playing Fortnite late at night, not really realizing what time it is, and then all of a sudden you only have a couple of hours to sleep before you have to wake up again. Well, that will be a thing of the past with the Clockworks backbling, because the time on the skin is actually accurate to what time it is in real life. Pretty cool, right?
Number 3. Loch Ness Monster. Loot Lake.
There has been one giant change to the Fortnite Battle Royale map since the beginning of Season 6. The island that held the house in the middle of Loot Lake has been abducted by the cube that was trampling all over the map last season and is now floating in the sky, slowly being paraded around to all the ruins the cube left behind like some kind of trophy. It's probably one of the most fun locations to land at the moment because of the air vortex that lets you fly around as much as you want, and it has some pretty cool Easter eggs too. Of course, not just the house got ripped out of the ground, the entire island and some of the earth below it did too. So we get to see everything that was under the house. And one of those things might actually be the Loch Ness Monster. Now, for those of you who somehow don't know, the Loch Ness Monster is a Scottish legend that people have been looking for since as early as the 6th century. And also, they met Scooby-Doo, and Scooby-Doo has met the Loch Ness Monster, and they had a nice adventure. The first reports of Nessie are from a book written in 565, but it turns out that the Loch Ness Monster could have been hiding in Loot Lake all along, because its skeleton is clearly hanging out in the piece of ground that the cube has taken along for its magical flying journey across the map. Weird, right?
Number 2. Chameleon changes color with gun rarity.
The biggest change to Fortnite cosmetics in Season 6 is the changes that have happened to the backblings. Before this point, backblings were just fairly simple backpacks, or things that were kind of like backpacks. Like, yeah, some of them were pretty crazy looking, but none of them were as insane as the pets that have been added with the Season 6 update. At Tier 12 of the Battle Pass, you unlock Bonesy, a cute little dog that sits on your back. At Tier 29, you unlock Camo the Chameleon. Oh, that's an inventive name. And at tier 43, you unlock Scales the Dragon. Wow, it just gets better from Bonesy to Camo to Scale. How did they come up with it? Now yes, Bonesy is honestly the most adorable puppy I've ever seen, and Scales is a badass dragon. You can't go wrong with dragons. But Camo is seriously the sleeper best pet of the bunch. Camo has a special interaction that none of the other pets have in the game, and that's obviously because he is a chameleon. Camo actually reacts to the color of the weapon you are holding in the game. All the other pets need you to rank up your battle pass to get different color variants. But Camo changes on the fly just like a chameleon would. The cute chameleon starts off green, but as you pick up rarity items, his color changes to the color of the items you pick up and hold. So not only is he pretty cute as far as chameleons go, he ends up looking even cooler as you get better items in the game.
Honorable mention, Skull Trooper logo. Skin possibly coming back hints?
Over the past couple of months, Epic Games have reintroduced some skins into the store that people have thought they would never see again. Skins from deep in the past, like the Red Knight, were never expected to make it back into the store, but Epic are full of surprises. After that happened, people began to wonder, if the Red Knight could come back, then why not the most legendary of all Fortnite skins, the Skull Trooper? Based on a costume from the Karate Kid movie, the Skull Trooper is probably the most requested Fortnite skin to be put back into the store. But it still hasn't happened. The most logical time for Epic to put the skin back into the store would be around Halloween. I mean, it did originally come out during last year's Halloween Fortnite Mayor's event, and there have been some subtle hints that the skin might be on its way back into the store at long last. For a start, there's the new banner icon that you can equip that is literally the Skull Trooper's face. And then there's the fact he was literally in the new trailer for Season 6. Huh? If that isn't a clue that the character is coming back, well, then I don't know what is. Unless the skin comes back. That's the only way I'll be convinced is if the skin shows up.
Number 1. 3 Little Pigs.
The children's story of the 3 Little Pigs is a fairy tale that pretty much every kid gets told when they're young. If you somehow don't know the story of the 3 Little Pigs, there were these 3 pigs who all built their own houses to try and escape from a wolf that was trying to devour them. Understandable. One made their house out of straw.
Then the big bad wolf blew it in.
The next made his house out of wood.
Then the big bad wolf blew it in.
And the last made his house out of bricks. Boy, the wolf had a problem with that one. The wolf, first of all, blew the house of the first little pig down with his breath. Really easy, like I said. And ate the pig who made his house out of straw because the pig was dumb. And then he did the same to the pig that made his house out of wood, a little smarter. I mean, honestly, it really doesn't make sense. But anyways, the wood sucks. The only one that survived his encounter with the wolf was the little pig that made his house out of bricks. In the world of Fortnite, the story goes a little differently. In Fortnite, the first house is made out of wood and can be found in the desert section of the map right next to the big city. If you go there, you will find a small shack next to a tree made out of wood, the weakest buildable material in the game. But the most used one, I think. The next one can be found over near Greasy Grove, right near the edge of the map. It looks similar to the first hut, the only difference is that it's made out of the second strongest material, brick. And the third and final hut is found near Lazy Links, and this one is made out of the strongest material in the game, metal. Each house has some chests in it. The wood hut has 1 chest, the brick house has 2, and the metal house has 3. Of course, the tier 100 skin is the big bad wolf, so it's likely that the only pig that's going to survive the season is the one who built himself a metal house. Obviously, metal. I think the 3 Little Pigs should learn from that. And that was our video on the top 5 Easter eggs that you didn't know existed. What do you think the coolest Easter egg on this list was? To be honest, I'm still pretty creeped out over those teddy bears. Ugh. What were they doing under the map like that anyway? What are they doing in here anyway? Either way, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe for even more awesome gaming content. If you travel in the direction that the tomato head is looking, you will come across some ruins next to the house. If you look up and to the right of those ruins, you will notice a piece of the wall that looks like it has kind of caved in a little.
Number 2. Ninja.
You can't have a list of the best Fortnite players without including Ninja on it. I'm pretty sure the Fortnite gods would come and hunt me down if I did something as blasphemous as that, right?